Have you ever felt the weight of the world pressing down on your shoulders? Perhaps you're caught in an endless cycle of stress, pain, and emotional turmoil, unsure how to escape. You search for peace, but it feels just out of reach. What if I told you the path to healing has been within you all along? This path, inspired by the profound teachings of Buddhism, reveals that natural healing doesn't require external remedies, but begins within ourselves. Picture yourself walking on a quiet path through the forest. The sun filters through the leaves, and a soft breeze brushes your skin. For a moment, everything slows down. Your worries fade, and you feel deeply connected to the present moment. This is where natural healing begins. It's a journey back to yourself, a rediscovery of balance, peace, and purpose. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where ancient wisdom meets the modern quest for healing and happiness. In this transformative exploration, we'll delve into how Buddhist teachings can guide us to heal naturally, cultivate peace, and nurture our inner world. Let's embark on this journey together, one mindful step at a time. The universality of suffering. From the moment we are born, we encounter a world that is both beautiful and challenging. We experience joy, love, and connection, but also loss, pain, and hardship. This duality is a cornerstone of human existence and a central focus of Buddhist teachings. The Buddha's first sermon after enlightenment, delivered at Deer Park in Sarnath, introduced the Four Noble Truths, beginning with the acknowledgement of suffering, dukkha. This truth is not a declaration of despair, but an invitation to investigate the nature of our discomfort. Why do we suffer? And can we transcend it? The three marks of existence Buddhism identifies three characteristics of existence that intertwine with suffering. Impermanence, anicca. Everything in life is transient. Relationships change, possessions deteriorate, and even our bodies age. Clinging to the illusion of permanence creates suffering. Non-self, anatta. Our sense of self is fluid and interconnected, yet we often cling to a rigid identity that leads to disappointment when life contradicts it. Suffering, dukkha. This is not just physical pain, but the existential dissatisfaction stemming from unmet desires and unfulfilled expectations. Personal reflection. Identifying suffering. Take a moment to think about the last time you felt discontent. Was it because something you desired was out of reach? Or perhaps because something you cherished was slipping away? These reflections illuminate the roots of our suffering. Example: a professional athlete may experience suffering when their career is interrupted by injury. This suffering often stems from attachment to the identity of being a performer and the fear of losing it. The path to freedom. While suffering is universal, Buddhism teaches that it is not inevitable. By understanding its causes, we can take steps to transcend it. The Four Noble Truths guide us toward liberation. Suffering exists. It has a cause. It can be overcome. There is a path leading to its cessation. The practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness, or sati, is the art of observing the present moment with awareness. It is both simple and transformative. By focusing on the here and now, we untangle ourselves from the web of past regrets and future anxieties. Daily application. Imagine standing in line at a coffee shop. Instead of scrolling through your phone, notice the scent of the coffee, the warmth of the sunlight streaming through the window, or the rhythm of your breath. These small acts of mindfulness ground you in the present. The science of mindfulness. Scientific studies reveal that mindfulness reduces stress, improves focus, and enhances emotional regulation. These findings mirror what Buddhists have known for centuries. Mindfulness quiets the mind and creates space for healing. Meditation as a gateway to healing. Meditation extends mindfulness into a deeper practice. While there are many forms of meditation in Buddhism, Vipassana, insight meditation, stands out for its ability to cultivate awareness and equanimity. Exercise. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Notice each inhale and exhale. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. This simple practice fosters calm and clarity. Historical insight. The Buddha himself achieved enlightenment through meditation under the Bodhi tree. His story serves as a timeless testament to the transformative power of stillness and introspection. The depth of compassion, or karuna, transcends mere kindness. It is an empathetic response to suffering, coupled with a desire to alleviate it. The Buddha described compassion as a cornerstone of spiritual practice, likening it to a mother's unconditional love for her child. Self-compassion, a foundation for healing. We are often our own harshest critics, yet true healing begins with self-compassion. Acknowledge your struggles without judgment, and treat yourself with the same gentleness you would offer a dear friend. Real-life example. Consider a student who fails an important exam. Instead of berating themselves, they might reflect, "This was a challenging experience, but it doesn't define me. I can learn from this and try again." Metta meditation. This practice, also known as loving kindness meditation, involves sending wishes of goodwill to oneself and others. Begin with yourself. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. Then extend these wishes outward to friends, acquaintances, and even those you find difficult to forgive. The Eightfold Path is one of the most profound teachings in Buddhism, offering a practical guide to live a balanced and fulfilling life. Often referred to as the middle way, it steers us away from extremes, whether indulgence or severe asceticism, and leads to a life rooted in wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. This framework is not merely a philosophical construct, but a roadmap for profound inner healing. Wisdom, prajna, 1. Right understanding, samadhi. At the core of healing is seeing life as it truly is, not as we wish it to be. Right understanding begins with embracing the Four Noble Truths. Suffering exists. Suffering has a cause. It can be overcome. There is a path to its cessation. Understanding the impermanence of life, anicca, and the interconnectedness of all beings frees us from false expectations and emotional turmoil. This awareness allows us to approach challenges with clarity and equanimity. Practical application. Imagine you're feeling anxious about a significant life change, a new job, for instance. Right understanding encourages you to recognize that the anxiety stems from attachment to comfort and fear of the unknown. By seeing this clearly, you can begin to release your grip on these emotions and embrace the change with an open heart. Historical insight. The Buddha's journey to enlightenment was marked by his discovery of the middle way, a balanced path that avoided the extremes of self-indulgence and self-mortification. His teachings on right understanding invite us to navigate life's challenges with a similar sense of balance. 2. Right intention, samma sankappa. Right intention is about aligning our thoughts and motivations with compassion, love, and non-attachment. This principle encourages us to examine our inner world and let go of harmful intentions driven by greed, hatred, or delusion. 3. Types of right intentions. The intention of renunciation, letting go of cravings and desires. The intention of goodwill, cultivating love and kindness. The intention of harmlessness, avoiding actions that cause harm to others. Practical application. Consider a situation where you are tempted to lash out in anger. Right. Intention reminds you to pause, reflect, and choose kindness instead. This shift not only prevents harm to others, but also fosters your inner peace. Ethical conduct, sila. 3. Right speech, sama vaka. Words are powerful. They can heal or harm, uplift or destroy. Right speech urges us to speak truthfully, kindly, and constructively, avoiding lies, gossip, and hurtful language. The 4 aspects of right speech. Speak the truth. Speak kindly and gently. Speak at the right time and place. Avoid divisive or harmful speech. Example. Imagine a friend confides in you about a mistake they made. Instead of criticizing them, you can offer words of understanding and encouragement. This fosters connection and healing. Historical context. In Buddhist monasteries, right speech is practiced rigorously. Monks often take vows of silence for specific periods to reflect on the power of words and cultivate mindfulness in their communication. 4. Right action, sama kamanta. Right action is about living ethically and aligning your actions with your values. It encourages us to refrain from harming others, stealing, and engaging in actions that cause suffering. Principles of right action. Avoid harming any living being. Avoid taking what is not freely given. Avoid sexual misconduct. Practical application. Living ethically doesn't require grand gestures. Simple acts like helping a neighbor or choosing sustainable products reflect right action and contribute to personal and collective healing. 5. Right livelihood, sama ajiva. Right livelihood är om att tjäna sitt levebröd på ett sätt som stödjer välbefinnande och inte skadar andra. It encourages us to choose work that aligns with our values and contributes positively to society. Examples of right livelihood: professions that promote health, education, or environmental sustainability. Avoiding jobs that exploit others or harm the environment. Reflection. Imagine a farmer who adopts sustainable practices, understanding that their work not only provides food, but also nurtures the land for future generations. This is a perfect example of right livelihood in action. Mental discipline, samadhi. 6. Right effort, sama vayama. Right effort is the conscious choice to cultivate positive states of mind and overcome negative habits. It requires consistent effort, but without force or strain. 4. Great efforts. Prevent unwholesome states from arising. Abandon unwholesome states already present. Cultivate wholesome states not yet present. Maintain wholesome states already cultivated. Example. Imagine struggling with procrastination. Right effort involves recognizing this habit and taking small, consistent steps to overcome it, such as setting a timer for focused work. Historical insight. The Buddha emphasized the importance of steady progress, likening spiritual practice to tending a fire. Neither too much fuel nor too little, but just enough to keep it burning. 7. Right mindfulness, sama sati. Mindfulness is the heart of Buddhist practice. Right mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, observing thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment. Applications of mindfulness. Eating mindfully, savoring each bite and appreciating the food. Walking mindfully, feeling the ground beneath your feet. Listening mindfully, giving full attention to the speaker without distractions. Scientific perspective. Research shows that mindfulness reduces stress, enhances focus, and fosters emotional resilience. This scientific validation underscores the timeless relevance of this ancient practice. 8. Right concentration, Sama Samadhi. Right concentration involves developing deep focus through meditation. By training the mind to concentrate, we cultivate a sense of calm and clarity that promotes healing. Meditation practices. Focused attention. Meditation, concentrating on a single point, such as the breath. Loving kindness. Meditation, cultivating compassion for oneself and others. Example: a person suffering from chronic stress might dedicate time to meditation, discovering that this practice not only calms their mind, but also reduces physical symptoms. The interconnection of the path. Each aspect of the Eightfold Path supports and reinforces the others. Right understanding informs right intention, which guides right speech and action. Together, they create a holistic framework for healing that addresses the mind, body, and spirit. Real-life story. Consider a woman named Amara who struggled with anxiety after losing her job. By integrating the Eightfold Path into her life, she began to find peace. She practiced mindfulness to calm her thoughts, right effort to cultivate resilience, and right livelihood by pursuing a career aligned with her values. Over time, her healing transformed not only her life, but also her relationships and sense of purpose. The Eightfold Path is more than a set of principles. It's a living practice that guides us toward a life of balance, peace, and healing. By embracing these teachings, we take a step closer to the profound inner transformation that the Buddha envisioned for all beings. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, we often overlook one of the most profound sources of healing: nature. Nature, with its inherent tranquility and balance, offers us lessons in patience, impermanence, and resilience. Buddhism, deeply rooted in an understanding of interconnectedness, invites us to view the natural world not just as a backdrop to our lives, but as a teacher, healer, and source of spiritual rejuvenation. Nature as a reflection of Buddhist teachings. In Buddhist philosophy, nature embodies many of the principles that guide us toward healing and enlightenment. The cycles of life and death, the impermanence of seasons, and the interconnected web of ecosystems mirror the truths of existence taught by the Buddha. Impermanence, anicca. The changing of the seasons, the blooming and wilting of flowers, and the ebb and flow of tides remind us that nothing in life is permanent. This realization helps us let go of attachments and embrace the natural flow of life. Interdependence, pratitya samutpada. Just as trees rely on the sun, soil, and water to thrive, we too are deeply connected to the world around us. Recognizing this interconnectedness fosters a sense of gratitude and responsibility toward all living beings. Example: consider a tree in a forest. Its roots intertwine with those of other trees, forming a network that supports the entire ecosystem. Similarly, our lives are interconnected with those around us, and healing one part of the system contributes to the well-being of the whole. The healing power of nature heals us on multiple levels: physical, emotional, and spiritual. Spending time outdoors reduces stress, enhances mood, and provides clarity of thought. But beyond these measurable benefits, nature also offers a sanctuary where we can reconnect with our true selves. Physical benefits. Studies have shown that spending time in green spaces lowers blood pressure, reduces cortisol, stress hormone levels, and boosts the immune system. Even a short walk in a park can improve overall well-being. Emotional and mental clarity. Nature provides a break from the overstimulation of modern life. The quiet rustle of leaves, the gentle sound of waves, or the sight of a starry sky calms the mind and invites introspection. Spiritual awakening. Nature serves as a mirror, reflecting our inner states and guiding us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves. In the stillness of a forest or the vastness of a desert, we are reminded of our place in the greater web of life. Example: a monk meditating by a river finds that the flowing water teaches him about letting go. The river doesn't resist obstacles. It flows around them, adapting and continuing its journey. This lesson becomes a metaphor for navigating the challenges of life with grace and acceptance. Lessons from Nature 1. Letting go. Just as trees shed their leaves in autumn, we too must learn to release what no longer serves us. Whether it's past regrets, toxic relationships, or unhelpful habits, letting go creates space for new growth. Buddhist connection. The practice of non-attachment, vairagya, is central to healing. By observing nature's cycles, we understand that clinging to what is transient only leads to suffering. Second, patience and resilience. Nature doesn't rush. A seed doesn't grow into a tree overnight. It takes time, nurturing, and the right conditions. This teaches us the importance of patience in our healing journey. Real-life application. Imagine someone recovering from a personal setback, like the end of a relationship. By observing how nature rebuilds after a storm, they can find inspiration to rebuild their own life, one step at a time. 3. Balance and harmony. Nature exemplifies the concept of the middle way, avoiding extremes and finding balance. The balance of ecosystems, the harmony of predator and prey, and the rhythm of day and night remind us to seek equilibrium in our own lives. Practical tip: incorporate balance into your daily routine by dedicating time to both productivity and rest. Take a cue from nature, where activity and stillness coexist seamlessly. Practical ways to reconnect with nature. Mindful walks. Take a walk in a nearby park or forest, paying attention to the sights, sounds, and sensations around you. Notice the textures of leaves, the patterns of light, and the sounds of birdsong. This practice grounds you in the present moment. Outdoor meditation. Meditate in a natural setting. Feel the earth beneath you, the breeze on your skin, and the warmth of the sun. Use these sensations as anchors to deepen your mindfulness. Gardening. Cultivate a garden, whether it's a small collection of potted plants or a full vegetable plot. Tending to plants connects you to the cycles of growth and renewal. Nature journaling. Keep a journal to document your observations and reflections during time spent in nature. This practice enhances your awareness and appreciation for the natural world. Digital detox. Spend time in nature without any devices. Disconnecting from technology allows you to fully immerse yourself in the healing environment. Real-life story. A journey of healing through nature. Sophia, a young woman recovering from burnout, decided to spend a week in a cabin deep in the mountains. Initially, the silence was overwhelming, but as the days passed, she found herself attuned to the rhythms of the natural world. She noticed the sunrise each morning, the changing patterns of clouds, and the soothing sound of a nearby stream. By the end of her retreat, Sophia felt a renewed sense of peace and clarity. The experience taught her that healing doesn't always require action. Sometimes it's about being present and letting nature work its quiet magic. Nature as a partner in our healing journey. Nature doesn't ask for anything in return, yet it offers so much. From the air we breathe to the food we eat, the natural world sustains us. By embracing nature as a partner in our healing journey, we cultivate a sense of gratitude and stewardship. Interdependence. When we heal ourselves, we contribute to the healing of the planet. Reducing stress, practicing mindfulness, and living sustainably create ripples of positive change that extend beyond ourselves. Nature's role in our healing nature is not just a place to visit, it's a profound teacher and healer. By observing its cycles, we learn about impermanence, resilience, and balance. By immersing ourselves in its beauty, we find peace and clarity. And by caring for it, we honor the interconnectedness of all life. Reconnecting with nature isn't just an act of healing for ourselves. It's a way of returning to the essence of what it means to be alive. As we walk this path, let us remember that nature is always there, waiting to remind us of the simplicity, wisdom, and beauty of the present moment. Through this connection, we find not only healing but a deeper sense of purpose and belonging. Gratitude and letting go may seem like two separate practices, but they are deeply intertwined. Together, they create a powerful foundation for inner peace and natural healing. In Buddhism, these principles guide us to release attachments, embrace the present, and recognize the abundance already present in our lives. The transformative power of gratitude. Gratitude is more than a fleeting thankfulness for the good things in life. It's a profound acknowledgement of the blessings that surround us, even in the midst of challenges. When we practice gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a sense of abundance and contentment. What is gratitude in Buddhism? In Buddhist teachings, gratitude is an integral part of the Eightfold Path, particularly under right mindfulness and right effort. It's a practice of recognizing the interconnectedness of all life and being thankful for the support we receive from others and the environment. Example: the simple act of eating a meal can become a moment of gratitude. Reflect on the farmers who grew the food, the rain and sun that nurtured it, and the countless hands that brought it to your table. This perspective transforms a mundane activity into a sacred one. Gratitude for challenges. Buddhism teaches that even suffering can be a source of gratitude. Challenges offer opportunities for growth, resilience, and deeper self-awareness. When we face adversity with a grateful heart, we transform obstacles into stepping stones. Real-life example. Consider someone recovering from a difficult breakup. Initially, they may feel overwhelmed by pain, but over time, they may recognize that the experience taught them valuable lessons about themselves, their needs, and their capacity to heal. Gratitude for these insights can turn the pain into a source of strength. Daily gratitude practice. Gratitude journaling. Each evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. It could be a kind smile from a stranger or the warmth of the sun on your face. Mindful gratitude. Throughout the day, pause to appreciate simple pleasures: a blooming flower, a gentle breeze, or a moment of silence. Expressing thanks. Make it a habit to thank those around you, whether it's a colleague, a friend, or a family member. Verbalizing your gratitude deepens your connection to others. Letting go. The path to freedom. Letting go is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, rooted in the concept of anicca, impermanence. It's the act of releasing attachments, whether to people, outcomes, possessions, or emotions, that weigh us down and cause suffering. What does it mean to let go? Letting go doesn't mean giving up or becoming indifferent. Instead, it's about releasing the mental and emotional grip we have on things that no longer serve us. It's an act of trust, trusting in life's natural flow and in our ability to adapt and grow. Buddhist insight. The Buddha taught that attachment is one of the primary causes of suffering. By clinging to desires, possessions, or expectations, we set ourselves up for disappointment when they inevitably change. Letting go frees us from this cycle of suffering. The emotional weight of holding on. Holding on to anger, resentment, or regret is like carrying a heavy backpack filled with rocks. The longer we hold on, the heavier it feels. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or excusing. It means freeing ourselves from the burden. Example: a person harboring resentment toward a former friend might realize that the anger only hurts themselves. By choosing to let go, they reclaim their peace and emotional freedom. The interplay of gratitude and letting go. Gratitude and letting go are complementary practices. Gratitude teaches us to appreciate what we have, while letting go allows us to release what we don't need. Together, they create a harmonious balance that fosters healing and inner peace. Gratitude softens letting go. When we approach life with gratitude, letting go becomes less daunting. Gratitude shifts our focus from loss to abundance, reminding us that even as we release something, we still have much to cherish. Example: consider someone decluttering their home. Instead of focusing on the items they're parting with, they can feel gratitude for the memories those items brought and the space they're creating for new experiences. Letting go enhances gratitude. Releasing attachments opens the door for deeper gratitude. When we're no longer fixated on acquiring more or holding on to the past, we can fully appreciate the present moment. Real-life story. Miera, a young professional, faced overwhelming stress due to her relentless pursuit of success. When she learned to let go of her need for perfection, she began to notice the joy in small moments: a walk in the park, a heartfelt conversation, or a simple cup of tea. This shift transformed her life, filling it with gratitude and peace. Practical steps to cultivate gratitude and letting go. Meditation on impermanence. Set aside time to meditate on the impermanence of life. Reflect on the changing seasons, the life cycle of a flower, or the fleeting nature of emotions. This practice helps you embrace the beauty of the present moment and release your attachment to permanence. Gratitude letters. Write a letter of gratitude to someone who has positively influenced your life. Whether you send it or keep it for yourself, this act deepens your appreciation for the connections in your life. Ritual of release. Create a symbolic ritual to let go of something weighing you down. For example, write down a fear, regret, or resentment on a piece of paper and burn it as a gesture of release. Daily affirmations. Repeat affirmations that reinforce gratitude and the ability to let go. Examples include: I am grateful for this moment and all it holds. I release what no longer serves me with love and compassion. Mindful decluttering. As you sort through your belongings, pause to reflect on each item. Express gratitude for its role in your life, then release it if it no longer serves you. Buddhist teachings on gratitude and letting go. The parable of the mustard seed. This famous Buddhist story illustrates the power of letting go. A grieving mother approached the Buddha, begging him to bring her dead son back to life. The Buddha asked her to collect a mustard seed from a household that had never experienced loss. As she went from house to house, she realized that suffering and loss are universal. This understanding helped her let go of her grief and find peace. Karma and gratitude Buddhism emphasizes the role of intention and action, karma, in shaping our experiences. By cultivating gratitude and practicing letting go, we generate positive energy that impacts not only our own lives, but also the lives of others. Embracing gratitude and letting go. Gratitude and letting go are two sides of the same coin, each enhancing the other in the journey toward healing. Gratitude helps us recognize the abundance in our lives, while letting go frees us from the burdens that obscure our peace. By practicing these principles, we learn to live with an open heart, embracing each moment as it comes. We discover that healing is not about clinging to what we've lost, but appreciating what we have and trusting in the flow of life. In the words of the Buddha, you only lose what you cling to. When we release our grip on the transient and cherish the present, we open ourselves to a life of profound peace and joy. Gratitude and letting go are not just practices. They are transformative ways of being that lead us to the healing we seek.